Good day, all. Welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we have for your viewing pleasure a 1969 Chevy Nova. And it is one slick looking ride from the late 60s. Showing up here with this gorgeous metallic silver paint job. Lots of really beautiful bright work. Tasteful black top and black interior. Got them old school Kragers on it. It is what would have made you the coolest kid in high school to show up at the parking lot with in the morning. Now, we know this Nova's badged as an SS, but we also know it was originally a 6-cylinder car. So it is a tribute, but one heck of a tribute it is. You can see you got the integrated turn signals in the bumper there, nice black grille. Faux vents on the hood. And look at that nice silver metallic paint. It's in really good shape. As we cruise around to the side here, you'll see the 350 callouts, and it is indeed a 350 under the hood. As I mentioned, we've got the old Krager SS's. And some Mickey Thompson tires wrapped around them. The 69 Nova's had a couple of really cool features as far as badging goes, and this is one of them. Rear front quarters here, that is really slick and in great shape. As you can see, there's a fair amount of bright work going on. Everything in nice gleaming condition. You'll see we have the drip rail at the top. The convertible top, the vinyl top is in excellent shape. No weak spots, nice and tight the whole way, no bad tucks. I mean, it is like new. And you can see the trim on it looks great as well. Has a great stance, and you'll see in the back we got some traction action bars happening. The rear shocks are air shocks. The fillers are behind the and underneath the rear bumper. But we've got it adjusted right now to where it really just sits nice and even and perfect. It's a good look. Around back, you'll see we've got a nice looking chrome bumper, clear tail lights, and a Nova by Chevrolet badge specific to 1969. Rear trunk, not a lot going on, but boy, it's a nice one. Good looking splatter paint. Got the ubiquitous vinyl mat with nothing going on underneath. Factory jack, full-size spare on a rally rim. Plain and simple, nothing not to like there. You've also got your jacking instructions. Now on to the passenger side of the car. It's really the same as the driver's. Straight, good body gaps, nice looking shiny silver metallic paint. See, we've got a rocker cover that goes all the way down the car from the front tire all the way past the rear tire to the end for a nice look. Badging over here looks just as great as it does on the driver's side. Now, under the hood. Now, we know that this was originally a 6-cylinder car, not a 350. The 350 that's in it is a crate engine, a 1994 Master GM Goodwrench crate engine. But they've done a little bit of dressing up to that. We've got an Edelbrock Performer intake. Got an Edelbrock 4-barrel carb. Got the really nice chromed out breather on it. You see we've got fin valve covers with cross flags logos. Some really nice shiny headers that look like they were put on pretty recently. And this engine wants to party. I actually got to take this car out and drive it the other day, and it is a ton of fun out on the road. You'll notice here the engine bay is spectacular. I mean, it is glossy, shiny black paint. If you're going to pull an engine out of a car and then work on it, this is the way I'd recommend putting it back together. It is nice under here. This thing will look great sitting at any car show or Cruisin. You can see we got an Optima battery, no expense spared. Power steering unit there. You can see how the block's so nicely painted too. It looks really fresh. Got power brakes, dual reservoir. Whole lot to like under that hood. We'll cruise around and check out the interior of this beautiful car. All right, so looking inside, we have a very nice black interior. Everything done in black. Starting with the door cards, OEM correct for an SS car. Got the kind of rib texture throughout the center. Nova badge. Little white stripe there. And of course, crank windows. These bucket seats are in excellent condition. Look at the sides here. Nowhere. Look at the bolster. Nowhere. The back seat of the car looks just as nice as the front, or even nicer actually. It looks not sent in ever. You'll see the package tray has a couple of 6x9s in it. The roof line is covered with a tight vinyl headliner, working courtesy light, shoulder restraints, and visors all up top. As we climb in here, these seats are wonderful. They have been redone. There's a lot of firmness to them. They are comfy. They are definitely not beaten down 1960 seats anymore. Starting off, we've got an OEM correct SS steering wheel with a working horn. You see the dash pad, vinyl black and free of cracks the whole way down. A little Nova emblem above our glove box. Our glove box has a working courtesy light and an original 1969 Nova owner's manual. Also on the side you'll find an ashtray, old school style. And located between the seats is the shifter. It's a Hurst shifter with a pattern ball. You'll see on the shifter is a line lock. So that'll hold your front brakes on and allow you to do burnouts. Over beside the little FM radio converter is a red light which comes on when the shift lock is on. Now back behind the pattern ball you'll see gauges, and it's your typical pod. You've got water temp, you've got oil pressure, battery, and fuel. The battery and fuel work, the oil pressure and the temp do not. So when you're over here looking at the column, you'll see an oil pressure and a water temp as well as a tach. All three of these gauges do work, so you have working gauges for everything you need in the car. Fuel gauge is also up on the dash right there. And there is a non-working old school clock also on the dash. Heater works, fan works, no air conditioning in this car, but just roll the windows down and get some 260 fresh air. It'll be just fine. Here's what I believe to be is the original AM radio. It is inoperable. And beneath it, a little FM add-on, also inoperable. So you're going to need to put a radio in it if you want tunes while you cruise. But this car sounds so nice, after hearing it, you might change your mind. It's really a wonderful piece of machinery. Down on the floor, I got nice tight carpet. Black, fits well, covered by vinyl mats, front and back to keep things looking nice. Good looking pedals down here. Wipers do work, lights do work. And now, my favorite part. Let's hear this baby fire up. As I mentioned before, the shifter, it's hooked up to a 4-speed Muncie from 1970 to 1974. That's the date range on it when we pulled the code. 355 posi traction in the rear. So you can do a burnout and you can cruise down the freeway doing 70 all day long. That's a great combination. Let's go out and take a closer look. Everything's sounding great and looking great up front under the hood. And this noise coming out of the back is rowdy and fun. Oh yeah. You're definitely going to want to go drive this car. I want to drive it again after listening to it. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 1969 Nova, give us a call. Here in Cruisin Classics, our number is 614-276-7355. We're happy to help with questions about shipping, with financing, and just any general questions you may have about this Nova. Feel free to give us a call. Again, our number here in Columbus is 614-276-7355. We're at Cruisin Classics. I appreciate you joining us again. We'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a great day, folks.